Good morning. Yesterday we discussed about the equation of straight line. So just recall the equation of straight line. Do you remember what is the equation of straight line? Yes, it is y is equal to mx plus c. So the equation of a straight line is y is equal to mx plus c, where what is m? Yes, m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. M is the gradient and C is the y-intercept. Usually this equation is known as the slope-intercept form of a line. What is it? The slope-intercept form of a line is y is equal to mx plus c. Now let us discuss a few example problems. Okay, find the equation of line in which gradient is 2 and y-intercept is 3. Okay, so in this question you can find out the gradient is 2. That means m is 2 because gradient is denoted with m, and y-intercept is 3 means c is 3. And now we have to recall the equation of straight line. So equation of line is, what is the equation of line? Y equals mx plus c. That implies y equals, what is the m? Yes, m is 2. So 2x plus c. C is 3. So plus 3 as a result. Question 2 has gradient minus 3 and y-intercept minus 5. So as the gradient is minus 3, we get m is minus 3 and c is minus 5. So as per our formula, equation of straight line is y is equal to mx plus c. That implies y equals minus 3x plus minus 5. That is y equals minus 3x minus 5 as a result. So now you can see a different question. Here also we have to find the equation of a line which passes through a point A 2 3 and B 4 11. So here we have a straight line. As per the question, this straight line passes through 2 points. One point is A with coordinates 2 and 3, and the other point B has the coordinate 4 11. Okay, now we have to find the equation of line. As per our topic, we know only one equation of straight line, which is y equals mx plus c. We know the equation of straight line as y equals mx plus c, but nothing is mentioned about gradient and intercept in this question. Do you find anything? No. So the task of our question are to find the value of m and c. So we have to calculate the value of m and c. Let's see how to do that. In the previous class, we discussed the formula for gradient. What was the formula for gradient? Yes, change in y by an increase in x. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is equal to, we can consider this one as x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so we get y2 minus y1, that is 11 minus 3, by x2 minus x1, which is 4 minus 2. So we get it as 8 divided by 2, which is equal to 4. So what is the gradient? m is equal to 4 is the gradient. Okay, so the next step is write the equation of line. Equation of line as y equals mx plus c, which implies y equals 4x plus c. You might be wondering, we haven't found c now. Yes, our next step is to calculate c. Just see the steps clearly. First, what we are doing when a question comes like this is, see, these all are fixed steps. Okay, so when a question is dealt with 2 points, if 2 points are mentioned in a question, our first task is to calculate m, gradient m. We have to calculate by using y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Change in y divided by an increase of x. Calculate m. Then write the second step is write the equation of line. But there the value of c will be unknown. So here we get y is equal to 4x plus c as m is 4. Okay, and now our next step is, we have 2 points here, a 2 3 and b 4 11. Both the points are on the same straight line. So what we have to do is take any one point. It's your wish, take any one point, either this or this. That is up to you. Whichever the point you take, you will get the same answer. Okay, so I'm taking 2 3. Let's take the point 2 3. I'm taking a point 2 3. That means x is 2 and y is 3. That's the meaning of that. X is 2 and y is 3. Yes? Okay. Now let's replace x and y here. We get 3 is equal to 4 of 2 plus c. See what change we done? We substituted a point, either first point or second point. Any one of the points we have to substitute here, as x as 2 and y as 3. So we get it as, what we get, 3 equals 8 plus c. That implies, if you take plus 8 to the left hand side, we get 3 minus 8 is equal to c, or c is equal to, what's the value of c? 3 minus 8 is minus 5. So this is the way we calculate c. Now we got m as 4 and c as minus 5. So we need to calculate the equation of straight line. Find out the equation of straight line now. So equation of line is y equals mx plus c. That is y equals m is 4, x plus c is minus 5. So we get y equals 4x minus 5 as the equation of straight line. So this is an important question, because in this question the gradient m and the y-intercept c were unknown, and we learned a method to find out both of those, and hence find the equation of straight line. Okay, if we consider another question for the equation of straight line, we have 2 points, a minus 1 minus 3 and b 4 6. Find the equation of straight line. So we can consider this one as x1 y1 x2 y2. So let's find the gradient m. Remember the steps. First gradient, second substitute the gradient in y is equal to mx plus c. The c will be unknown. Now substitute any one of these points in that equation. These are the three steps. So find out m as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. We get it as 6 minus 3 y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, 4 minus 1, which is equal to 6 plus 3 divided by 4 plus 1, minus into minus. It is 9 divided by 5 as gradient. Okay, so our gradient is 9 by 5. So we'll write the equation of line now. Therefore, equation of line is y equals mx plus c. It implies y equals 9 by 5x plus c, because m is 9 by 5. Okay, now our next task is to find the value of c. In this equation, we have to find the value of c. For that, let us take any one of these points. Which point do you like to say? I'm taking 4, 6, which is the convenient simple one. You have to take it. Okay, so if you take the point 4, 6, this equation becomes y. What is the y value here? Y is 6 and x is 4. So we get 6 is equal to 9 by 5 multiplied by 4 plus c, isn't it? This 6 is equal to 36 by 5 plus c. That is 6 is equal to 36 by 5 is 7.2 plus c. Is it 7.2? Yes, it is 7.2. That implies c is, when you take 7.2 this side, we get 6 minus 7.2. c is 6 minus 7.2, which is minus 1.2. So we can find the equation of line as y equals mx plus c, which is y equals 9 by x plus c as minus 1.2. So we get it as y equals 9 by x minus 1.2, and 1.2 can be written as 12 by 10, or which is equal to 6 divided by 5. The perpendicular lines, parallel and perpendicular lines. So first let us discuss about parallel lines. Okay, how is in parallel lines? Yes, even we can find parallel lines as example railway track, the edge of the board, is all are parallel lines, isn't it? Okay, so here we are not going to find out parallel lines, we are going to find out the properties of parallel lines. We'll discuss the property of parallel line directly. It's very simple. If two lines are parallel, what? If two lines are parallel, when do you say two lines are parallel? When they do not intersect each other. They do not intersect each other. They goes parallelly. Okay. If they intersect each other, they are not parallel lines, they are intersecting lines. So two lines are parallel if and only if their slopes or gradients are equal. Two lines have the same gradient only when they are parallel. Okay, or parallel lines have the same gradient. So if two lines are parallel, their gradients are equal. That's a concept in simple. Okay, so if line L and M are parallel, then their gradients, let's consider the gradient of this line as M1 and this one as M2. So if L is parallel to M, then the gradient M1 is equal to the gradient M2. This is a new concept. You have to remember this concept. Okay. Let us check this question. Given A00 ordered pair 00 and the point B with coordinates 1, 3. Find the equation of a line parallel to AB. So there is another line which is parallel to AB and having y-intercept 5. So here when you read this question, you have to understand total concept. It's very simple. We have a straight line, x-axis, y-axis, AB with A is 0, 0. This is 0, 0 now. So this is A. And B is 1, 3. B 1, 3. Okay. So this is the line AB as per the question. Now the question says there is another line which is parallel to AB. So we have another line. What is the property of the line? That is parallel to AB. So we have another line. Let me draw another line. This is the another line. For our convenience, we call that line as L. So we have a second line L. That line L is parallel to AB. Did you get the concept? Yes. So here, and also given that the intercept of this line is 5. Now what we required is the equation of the line. Okay, so you'll get the questions in this format. So first we have to identify the question. So did you get the question? Okay, now let's see the answer. Okay, so here the concept is very simple. Find the equation of the line parallel to AB. The concept is parallel. We have learned if two lines are parallel, then their slopes or gradients are equal. So as the line AB and L are parallel, then the gradient of AB is equal to the gradient of L. Isn't it? As AB parallel to L, the gradient of AB is same as the gradient of L. Yes. Now we have to find, we can find the gradient of AB because A and B have 2 points. You know, if 2 points are given, we can find its gradient by using y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So gradient of AB is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is equal to 3 minus 0 because this is x2, y2, x1, y1. So 3 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 0. So what we get the answer as is 3. So what is the gradient of AB? Is 3. As gradient of AB is 3, and what will be the gradient of L? That also will be 3 because AB is parallel to L. Therefore, gradient of L, you can call it as M, is equal to 3. And it has intercept C is 5. Okay, so equation of L. Equation of L is, what is the equation of L? Y equals mx plus c. That implies y equals 3x plus 5 as the equation of L. Okay, let's do a few more questions so that you can understand this topic very well. In this question, given a13 and b6 minus 5, find the equation of a line parallel to AB and having y-intercept 10. So here also the concept is parallel. We have two lines. One line is AB and the other one is a required line. We do not know what is that line. We want the equation of that line. We don't want equation of AB. We want the equation of L. Find the equation of a line. Which line? We do not know that. Which is parallel to AB. So let's consider that line as L. Here the concept is, as AB is parallel to L, the gradient of AB is same as the gradient of L, as they are parallel. So let's find the gradient of AB. Gradient of AB, which is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Yes, that is, this is x1, y1, x2, y2. We get minus 5 minus 3 divided by 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1, no? Yes. That is minus 8 divided by 5. This is gradient of AB. That is same as gradient of L. Why gradient of L and gradient of AB are same? Because the lines are parallel. Okay. So now L, if you consider the line L, it has gradient minus 8 by 5 and y-intercept C is 10. Therefore, equation of L is y equals mx plus c, that is y equals minus 8 by 5x plus 10 as answer. In the next class, we will discuss about the properties of perpendicular lines. Thank you.